Yeah, buddy. What's up, cousins? Slimaholic coming at you here today. Had some more time off, so I thought I'd show you a game. I've been working a lot and been on the road, and that's why I haven't been on streaming as much. But found a game recently, and let's see, right here, Wrestlequest. I've been itching for a JRPG. Like I was always a big fan of like the Final Fantasy series, especially like 7, 8, 9, 10 were like the ones I played a ton. This is more, also this one is with the pixel graphics and everything. It really reminds me of Super Mario RPG and the 7 Stars. If you ever played that, it's very similar. But this one, and we'll get into it, there's a lot of story dump at the beginning and throughout it. So we'll just jump in and we'll talk about it kind of as we go. Also, a lot of my Let's Plays, I like to do fresh views of them. The past two couple, I've played a bunch on the road. So this one I've already played 20 hours of. So hopefully it doesn't mess up my save, but if it does, oh well. Because I really want to show this off, and I've been playing it a ton on the road. The most recent autosave, your 3 manually created save files will not be affected. Perfect. Okay, and let's get into WrestleQuest. Podcaster Chorus, welcome to the Toy Room, where every action figure, toy, miniature, and plushie dreams of wrestling greatness. So we're in a toy room. We're toys. Ooh, Jake the Snake from the board game Jungles of Jungali. This map is huge. The game is a little clunky. After 20 hours of play, I'll talk about it a little bit in that aspect too. It's a little clunky. It's a little old, but it gives it that feel of an older game. To the wintry winds of the Great North, EDP. Aha. Jeff Jarrett talking about every toy lives, breathes, and craves wrestling, practicing their slams and paying homage to legends that came before them. Many tales of creativity and imagination have sprung from the toy room, and many fabled battles have taken place here, both in and out of the ring. One such tale and its many battles, both the plastic and the heart, is about to begin. And a quest of this size takes not one hero, but 2. So that is the big thing. As you play through the game, you're playing as 2 different main characters, and it'll switch back and forth the story. A la Final Fantasy and a bunch of the JRPGs. Meeting our first playable character.
237 pounds, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Oh wait, this is Randy Savage. That's not us. Wrestlequest. This game, it's pixel art. It just, I love it. Oh yeah, we're here to see the cream rise to the top. So if you want to find me, don't look sideways, don't look behind you, just look up. Stone Age time. No way, Macho Man. Forfeit the match and give me that championship belt to its rightful owner, me. Listen, Wizard, you've got to earn this belt with your madness in the ring. It belongs only to the best. Yeah. That's why I'll be the champ for a long time. Dig it? 10,000 years as world champion. Oh yeah. 1,000 years, Rick and Morty. Are those shades a little too dark? Can't you see I have this place rigged to blow? Explosives don't scare me, you stitched up cotton ball. You can't win by cheating. You always think you're such a hero, don't you, Macho Man? You can't win when the deck is stacked against you this bad. And that's the bottom thread, because Stone Age said so. Can't win? Stone Age, you're just a grain of sand in the desert of macho madness. Oh yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Did you see that? Get it, Randy. His name's Peanuts. We'll never get tickets this late. Come on, we can still wrestle outside. Go for it, Randy. So, like, that's the whole thing. Everybody in the toy room. Wrestling is life. Man, how do the pros do some of those high-flying moves without hurting each other? You kidding me? It's all fake, dude. What? Oh, this is young Randy Santos. Will come into play later. Yeah, Peanuts, shut it. You really think it's real? Really? Of course it's real. It's about as real as Todd. Hey, counterfeit toys are still real. Shut up, Todd. And you, Randy, even if wrestling was real, which it isn't, you'll never be a pro. No kid from our town could ever be. You couldn't be more wrong. Wrestling is real, and I'll be the greatest champion ever. Oh, see. Randy Santos, several years later. Yes. This new outfit feels estupendo. But I better get out of the main part of the gym. Mr. Stretch wants to train the new students. The radar in the bottom corner will help you stay course. Icons will appear here for quest objectives, shops, and healing. When in doubt, look here to keep slamming in the right direction. So that's one of my only other gripes so far with my actual play. And again, this game is in early access. But the map, it's a map-ish. It's more of a radar that, like, kind of leads you where you need to go. If anything, that would be one of my big things as they go on, is to improve that mini-map. Johnny Stretch. There you are, Randy. Get in the ring and show these greenhorns the rope. You got it, Mr. Stretch. Okay, here's our little tutorial. All right, rookies, you want to learn how to wrestle? You want to discover how to win the crowd's loyalty and hear their cheers shake the very foundation of the universe? You want to become a coiled spring of excitement? The most electrifying thing the world of wrestling ever seen? Man, this is downright poetic. Then you're in the right place, muchachos. Take some notes and soak it in. So here's the actual main gameplay. On your turn, you can strike, taunt, use an item, or a gimmick. Let's practice our strikes first. So kind of like, and that's why I really compare it to Super Mario RPG, is it's kind of that same kind of, your 4 buttons bring up your 4 different actions. So you got strikes, so you attack it again. And then, like bonus hits in Mario RPG, almost everything is timed. So whenever you strike, you can earn some extra damage if you're able to match the button prompt. Try it now. And I hit A. Oh, C. Nice job. So, most attacks have a chance to send your opponent into the ropes. Try it, amigo. So, it'll end up giving us 2 button presses. We have our initial one, and then after knocking them into the ropes, you'll have a chance for a follow-up attack. Do it now. Now, the thing is, with this game, it is a little brutal with the fact that if you miss that, you take damage. They get a hit on you. But now, let's look at the bottom for the hype meter. It's a measure of how pumped the crowd is in your favor. You can raise the hype meter by mixing up your attacks and nailing the button prompts. So, hitting that button prompt, hype up the crowd for extra damage, and it enables some more powers. One way you can build hype is by using taunt option. This will generate hype equal to 2 plus your influence. All that grandstanding will leave you vulnerable though, and you take an extra 25% damage for 1 round. Try taunting now. So that's on our B. So we got 4 hype, and we get a little Taunting is risky, but it can help you build hype quickly. Beware though, if the hype meter dips in your enemy's favor, they'll gain extra power instead. Speaking of extra power, let's try out a gimmick. These are special abilities and wrestling moves. So these are your moves that use your AP. Like your any kind of JRPG, or like almost your spells, but it's your obviously moves. So we got South of the Border Stunner, costs 10 AP, grab an enemy and show them some spice. Deals damage to one target. So we'll do that to him. I don't think this one has a button press. Oh, still got it. Because he bounced on the ropes. Such power, such strength, such machismo. Wow. What happens if you fail the prompt after knocking an enemy into the ropes? Then the enemy will use to that momentum against you, so you better nail it. Is the only way of beating an opponent to make them lose all their HP? Dios mío, no. In fact, most other wrestlers you will face have to be pinned. Observe. See how this guy looks weak and ready to drop? We call this state fatigue. You can fatigue an enemy by bringing them to low HP. Some abilities may also fatigue enemies as a debuff. Let's send him into the mat with a strike. So we'll hit him. And it doesn't really matter where around the ring it is when you hit it. You just have to hit it before it closes. Now this enemy is fallen. When your opponent is on the mat like this, he is ready to be put in submission. The pin option will be available in the gimmick move. So let's pin him. So this is the other main part of the game. You've got to press on these. To successfully pin them, you'll have to hit the button when the indicator is in the green zone. 1, 2, 3. And if you miss those, they get back up and get a little HP and get out of the fallen state. If you fail, there we go. We'll kick out and recover some HP. You can always attempt to pin him again after damaging him. Every pin attempt you will do will get easier. Be on your go, though, Tipo. Enemy wrestlers can also pin you. If you get too weak, once you are pinned, there's no coming back. Also note that not all enemies will need to be pinned. Only wrestlers and other tough guys. Then we get our experience and a level up. So we went straight to level 3. Got a lot of HP. We'll look through all those stats later. And that covers the basics of wrestling. Strike and slam your opponent, and be sure to hit those button prompts for extra damage. Beat them up enough, and they'll be soft enough for a pin. Remember to keep things exciting and interesting to keep the crowd engaged, so that you retain control over the hype meter. Thanks, Randy. Why don't you lend a hand with other greenhorns around? When you're done, come see me in the AV room for some lessons with the other advanced students. Cool. Press and hold the B to run. Okay, we see on the mini map they want us to go left. So we'll keep coming over here. We can talk to some people, but what torso do I choose? Is it really all about the fringe? Fringe is important, but you should also consider the materials that the torso is made of. Each material reacts differently to the many types of elemental damage out there. You know what element your enemy is going to use, you can prepare for it. Oh, there's a British Bulldog sign. Johnny Stretch. All right. Who here knows the secret to pumping up the crowd? I do. It's baby oil. Come on, Leonard. How many times do I have to tell you that baby oil is not the answer to everything? You know what? Get out of here. Go do some burpees until you puke. So you can pump up the crowd by showing your spice in the ring. Very good, Randy. But what about before you get in the ring? I'll tell you, you got to get on the mic and cut a promo so hot it'll ignite the crowd and burn your opponent to ash. How do you do this? Part of it is knowing your enemy, and part of it is being fast on your feet. Time to try it, Randy. Come on up here. Let's see how you do with a rapid-fire session. Let's see. Randy is, he has a stupid name. Let's see, not as stupid as your face, or Randy is better than the seismic disappointment, or whatever you call yourself. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, buddy. Randy's so weak, even I can see that he doesn't stand a chance of winning. Yeah, but can you smell what I'm doing? Or that might be true for snakes and ladders, but we're here to wrestle, so you're going down. Yeah. I'm gonna crack Candy Santos over here like a sugar cookie. Well, you should be careful with all that sugar and candy, or you might get diabetes. Okay? And I'm gonna dump this kitty cat here into the litter box. Ooh. Yeah, hype. You see, class, you can generate hype before a big match by flexing on the mic. You want to see more? I have an old match here on the TV between the Luchador and Dash Talent, back when the Luchador was still part of Paw. Prior to this bout, Dash had been antagonizing the Benthic Terror with a fishing rod during his matches against other opponents, trying to hook him during a high-flying move. All right, you slam junkies, get back to work. Except for you, Randy, I've got a job for you. What is it, Mr. Stretch? Well, there's a guy from the Boxwood Extreme Wrestling, the local wrestling league, over at the Macho Man statue. You know it? Do I ever? Well, great. This BEW wrestler needs help with his gimmick. You'll know him when you see him. He's kind of between styles. Face paint and handshakes. Okay, so tutorial quest tracker, you can check out your current objectives and past accomplishments in the quest tracker. This tool will provide a summary of your quests and provide directions on where to go next. Press right trigger to bring up a UI panel in the overworld as a helper reminder. Cool. Okay, give me control and let's get back. The music is pretty awesome in this entire game. The overworld movement and just movement in general is a little slow, so the music has always kept me. Okay, and here's our actual overworld. Very reminiscent of, like, between Final Fantasy VII and Mario RPG. It's just like nostalgic feeling for a game that's only like a week and a half old. Known for his consummate physical ability, his savage wrestling style, and his deep, gravelly voice, Macho Man Randy Savage is quite possibly the most iconic legend of wrestling. Celebrating 29 title reigns across his 32-year career, Macho Man was not just a celebrated champion, but a long-standing crowd favorite as well. Whether cutting exciting promos or delivering an incredible and theatrical flying elbow drops, Randy Savage won fans and accolades everywhere he went. Even today, Savage is revered by fans and wrestlers alike, with his story inspiring generation after generation. It is no secret that only someone like Macho Man can make the entire wrestling world stand up and say, "Oh yeah!" Hell yeah. It's truly something, isn't it? I was always more of a fan of guys like that wore face paint. Though that time that Jake the Snake trapped Macho Man in the ropes and attacked him with that Cobra would go over big in BEW. BEW, wait, you're the guy I'm here to meet? I'm from the training gym. I'm here to help. Great. So you see, I can't quite decide which way to go. Should I be vibrant and electrifying, or dark and brooding? I think dark and brooding fits BEW better. But I just love using bright colors. I've got to pick something that'll fit with the vibe of the other guys, or the writers won't know how to use me. Writers? Forget it. Look, you can just go face paint shop for me. They have some samples I want to try out. Sure, face paints. Poor thing babbling about writers, he must be delusional. That's a recurring theme with Randy that'll come up more and more throughout this game. Okay. We got our exclamation point down here. Face to face. Hola, amigos. Strange. There's nobody here. Maybe they're in the back? Face paint on your feet? What kind of madman would do such a thing? Let's go back here. Oh, we got an enemy. Take it all. Gather the war paint for our overlords. They're looting the shop. Here's one. Take him alive and we'll melt him down. Use this plastic as war paint. Okay. First non-tutorial fight. Start with a stunner. Oh yeah. Got a little extra damage there with the ropes. He's using a gimmick. His damage went up. Let's switch it up by doing an attack. So like I said, it'll build us more height if we switch up our attacks a little bit. He's close to going down, so there we go. And we'll pin him. Nice with the pin. Yeah, again, this game, the early game is so long, especially to show it off and show off the early game. I knew that, and I'd just been on the road and playing this, and it kind of went crazy by playing it about 20 hours before I got on here. Oh, an elbow pad. So we can go to our menu here, inventory, equipment. And we don't have any really extra stuff here, but our accessory slot down here, we can add our elbow pad, increases our armor rating, and whatever DR is. And then let's go on. Ooh, a table. There's only one way through these. So table spots, a table lock blocks your path. Unlock the table with the table spot token. Once you find one, reapproach the table to throw a wrestler through it. Table locks and table spot tokens come in 3 varieties, single, double, and flaming, with each table corresponding to the appropriate token. Okay, so I guess we gotta go this way. Okay, got another chest up here. Let's go grab that. What do we get? Action figure Speedos. Let's equip those. Armor rating goes up by 2. Okay, keep going, keep cruising. Another one up here. There's our table spot token. Yeah, buddy. What's up, Mr. Moxie? Have you seen this game yet, Wrestlequest? It came out about a week and a half ago while I was on the road. And I immediately got it on a day off and played it in my hotel room for a while. And I've put a total of 20 hours on it in my casual play. Let's see. War paint. Our masters demand it. Somebody help. We're being robbed. Yeah, the Mario, like, I played Mario RPG so many times that the nostalgia of it, even just with that, and the nostalgia of it, there's so many references to all, like, that era, Macho Man era wrestling, it's amazing. Let's start with another gimmick. Might as well just start off with that. See if you bounce off the ropes. Yep. Is he going to do a gimmick as well? Yep. That was a damage up. Nice. Straight to fallen. And we'll pin him. Nice. And I mean, I don't even know how long the game actually goes. I keep feeling like I get closer and closer to the ending on my casual, and it keeps feeling like I'm not even halfway through it. I don't know. Buddy, that was amazing. Are you a superhero? Superheroes are fake. I'm a pro wrestler. Well, whatever you are, those were some macho moves, muchacho. Yes, macho moves, muchacho. I like the sound of that. Those blasted Wrestle Raiders come down here to get supplies for the rituals to worship. Worship the Road Warriors, Hawk and Animal. I wish they could emulate someone more heroic. Oh, the Road Warriors. Someone more heroic. Anyways, what can I do for you, bud? It's on the house. Amigo, I'm here for a special order. Some samples for an hombre going through an identity crisis. Oh, I know the one. Can't decide between goth and surfer? Here they are. Thanks, muchacho. Okay, we'll go back to Neon Gravebird once it gives us control. We got all the 3 chests in there. And back to the statue. What's up, Neon? Here, I hope these help in your quest. Thanks. Say, what do you think I should choose? You gotta go with the surfer style. You'll stand out more and it suits a true hero. Or go goth, amigo. You'll be more intimidating and mysterious. Fans will love it. I mean, he already looks pretty goth. Let's go with goth. Thanks. I'll consider that. If you need me, I'll be over here practicing some catchphrases. Okay, it says go see Johnny Stretch back at the gym. Back on over. Hey, Randy. How'd that job go? I appreciate your doing it. It should strengthen our gym's relationship with BEW. I was unexpectedly enlightened, sir. Yeah, Boxwood Extreme Wrestling is a trip. They really push for an intense vibe with all that barbed wire and edgy characters and all. But it's what you gotta do if you want to compete with the top dogs like Paul. Plush and action figure wrestling. I meant enlightening about myself, sir. Oh, great. It's always good to learn more about ourselves and strive to become better. Yeah, Johnny, that's enough for one day. Are you closing up again tonight? You bet, sir. Thanks, Randy. It's a dedication like that that'll take you far. Please help Mr. Stretch's new students, and please help that poor BEW wrestler regain his senses. Amen. What a great day, Macho Man. I feel like I learned so much. I'm convinced now more than ever that we must always live out our wrestling spirit, and that the world needs heroes. Good night, Macho Man Randy Savage. Macho Muchacho. You're here already? The sun hasn't even put the moon down for a 3 count yet. Always good to get an early start, sir. Is that a sleeping bag coming out of your locker? Doesn't matter. Listen, I've got a surprise for everyone. Head over to the ring when you're ready. Okay, heading over to the ring. Alright, class. Stop the flex and turn your necks. We've got a special lesson for you. Randy, get in the ring. Stop the flex and turn your necks. Today we'll be learning about managers. Managers act as ancillary party members that provide all sorts of benefits, like new gimmicks. Open the gimmick menu. Now scroll to the right to see your manager gimmicks. Alright, use my power heckle gimmick now. Let's see. Prepare. Oh, I want to read what it said. We'll look at it. Weakened. Ooh. Pretty cool, huh? Manager gimmicks will cost AP just like your regular gimmicks. They may also have other requirements. These gimmicks can be used by any member of your stable, so they can complement your existing abilities by filling in skill gaps. For instance, if you don't have any healing abilities, use a manager who does. I always forget about managers. Most managers will also have passive skills that provide bonuses to all members of your stable. They are versatile and powerful components to your stable. Choose them wisely. Sir, you kept mentioning our stable. Do you mean that sometimes we won't have to wrestle alone? Of course not. You may find other slam junkies that you can call friend, or even brother or sister. We'll talk more about that in today's advanced lesson. Head to the AV room when you're ready. Okay, let's go to the AV room. It's over here. But I was definitely looking for a long-form RPG to play on the road, and this has been scratching every itch I needed for it. So, class. Yesterday, we talked about how your skills on the mic can impact the hype meter. Even more important than that is what kind of hype type you choose. Who knows what a hype type is? Oh, Leonard. I do. It's a type of baby. If you say baby oil, I will choke slam you. It's how you generate hype, sir. Bingo. I think a visual aid will help demonstrate this. This is a classic paw training video I scored from a flea market last month. Their training videos are from the flea market. Love it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to Paw's official hype type training video. There are many exciting personalities and styles in the world of pro wrestling, which we'll cover today. Each of these generates hype with different actions. For example, the powerhouse type, which Big Daddy Squeeze uses, builds up the crowd by dealing damage. He does damage, and in the bottom right, didn't even show it. Those with the showman type, like the magnificent dash talent, generate hype by taunting and flaunting. Sidekicks like Jacques elicit cheers whenever they support another unit. So when he healed, wily technicians pump up the crowd with their keen wrestling ability, which often inflicts status effects. Allow the ominous Grim Jim to demonstrate. So we did a weekend, so you got hype. But never underestimate underdogs like Luchador, because the crowd loves it when they come back against the odds. You are free to choose a hype type for any of your characters. Experiment to find the ones that suit your style or strategy. So at any time while you're playing through, you can switch those hype types. So it's showing us here. Powerhouse. Let's look through these. So pros. Attacking generates hype. 1 plus influence is what that means. Defeating but not pinning an enemy generates 5 plus influence. Getting a crit hit is 10 influence. 10 plus influence. Cons, all gimmicks, so your special moves, cost an additional 10%. And damage reduction reduced by 10%. Showman. Taunting generates 10 extra. And nailing button presses gets 3 plus influence. But after taunting, all friendly units take 50% extra damage for 1 turn. And damage reduction is reduced. Sidekicks. Using healing or buffing, healing a fatigued unit, reviving a fallen unit, or using items gets you hype. But all gimmicks cost more, and normal attacks deal less damage. That is a big part of Sidekick. Technician. Nailing button presses gets you hype. Pinning an enemy, pinning someone, inflicting a debuff, or dealing elemental damage. So anybody with elemental, we want to put Technician on. But their normal attacks deal 15% less damage. So once that's somebody that isn't going to attack physically as much, but it's going to do a lot of the other stuff. Underdog. Acting while under fatigue or a debuff, you get hype. Acting while a friendly unit is KO'd, you get a lot more. Stopping an opponent from pinning you gets a ton of hype. And then normal attacks deal 15% less damage. Is the other character you control later a heal? Yeah. This is very face-centric so far. So you can go face or heal. I think it could be kind of funny to go. We'll go full heal with the other guy. I kind of went face on both of them on my regular play, and that is a thing. There's an actual meter later that is face to heal. Okay, that's enough for now. Don't forget your essays on the poetics of pile drivers are due Monday. Yeah, brother. Hey, did you guys hear? Paul is supposed to put on a dark match over in Boxwood. Dude, no way. That's incredible. Yeah, and from what I hear, it's going to be an open event. Anyone can take part. Here's the catch. Since the event is in Boxwood, you know the BEW is going to try to get their guy into it. BEW will be selecting a fighter. They'd have to choose their championship title holder, right? Well, all I have to do is become the BEW champion. Then they'll have to pick us. What makes you think that you can become the BEW champion? All I have to do is defeat the current champion, right? Yeah, but BEW would have to work you into the storyline. And you have to get over more than the current champion. And look, hombre, all I need to do is beat the current champion. Then I get to be in the Paul Dark match, and maybe even earn a spot in Paul. Well, that's not much of a plan. My plan is no plan. I'm the human torpedo. Watch out, Boxwood, here I come. Yeah, buddy. That guy is crazy. I don't know, man. It's pretty sincere. You can tell he lives and breathes this stuff. He needs to grow up. That's not how the world works. I think his authenticity, his hope, is inspiring, attractive even. Maybe a dose of reality in Boxwood will open his eyes. I promise I won't fail you. Talking to Macho. Hey, Randy, I'm locking up for the day. See you Monday? Actually, Mr. Stretch, do you have a minute? Well, what's on your mind? Sir, I'm ready. Ready to enter the world of professional wrestling. Paul's putting on a dark match over in Boxwood. I plan to become the BEW champion and enter the match for a shot at the big time. I've even got my gimmick picked out. From now on, I will be the Spice himself, the south of the border savage, Muchacho Man. Oh, si. That's quite the impressive shtick, Muchacho Man, but it takes more than a gimmick to win in the world of professional wrestling. You've got the skills and the heart, kid, but you may not have the wisdom to navigate the tempestuous world of professional wrestling, not without losing your soul. My soul? The world of pro wrestling is full of larger-than-life heroes and terrible villains. I'm not afraid, Senior Stretch. My mind is already made up. I have to do this. I know it is, kid, and I know there's no stopping you, so you have my blessing. But take heed. This world has a way of stomping on your goodness, so be prepared to fight. But keep slamming, and greatness can be yours. Oh, si. Okay. So we're out of the tutorial. And we're on. We're going to go see Macho's statue. I love it's a bunch of creamers stacked up, because it's like, again, we're toys in a toy box. This is it, Randy. Okay, to the podcast studio. Keep slamming and greatness can be yours. With these words, Muchacho Man enters the world. But can he find his way without losing his soul? We turn now to another hero looking at the same fate-fixed stars, contemplating his own path. Okay, now we're into our other main character, Brink Logan. Fireworks, that's the cue. Show must be about to begin. And his cousin, Stag Logan. There you are. I should have known you'd be here. You're so predictable. I like to think of it as being reliable. Yeah, speaking of being reliable, you think we could go over the script again real quick? You didn't read it, did you? Come on, dude. You know I've been busy with that Hockey 94 tournament. You're such a hoser sometimes, Stag. Next, you're going to tell me you didn't practice our walk-on either. Come on, we've got a little bit of time to go over it. So we also have walk-ons. New party member, Stag Logan. And we're going to practice our walk-on. Let's go do it. Okay, they're up in the north. I love, like, they're already even hoser in and stuff like that. They're very Canadian. Hey, check it out. They finished the town sign. Let's go over to the east side of town in the snow globe. So again, the main thing I could talk about this with their early access is, like, we get this map, which just kind of shows us where things are, kind of. But then our mini map, like, if there were the roads on the mini map, but it's just kind of go in this general direction. And then see how it curved to the right. Oh, I guess we got to turn right. Going to the match, there's a 141 and 2/3 chance of you being entertained tonight. Let's go on in here. Oh, okay. Practice styling and profiling during your walk-on. Okay, let's hurry before they start letting people in. The walk-on is all about impressing the crowd. It's about strutting and flaunting your skills. Before the actual walk-on, you'll be able to choose various elements, like an intro, music, passive ongoing effects, and an outro. Intermediate options are actions you'll perform while walking down the ramp. Nail a button press to perform them. Each element of the walk-on can increase your hype for the battle. Let's try it now. So we can have paparazzi, screen flash. Let's do paparazzi. For outro, blue or red. Red's more our color. Let's see. That's the other dude. Macho Man theme music. Let's do that. And then we can, let's see. These are the passive effects. We do multiple, yeah. It's rain and some smoke. Chair throw, confetti, pyro. Let's do confetti on Y. So you put those to different buttons. See with this? Yeah, let's do it. Oh, this isn't Muchacho Man. You're walking onto the wrong music. And this is just... See, easy execution. Thanks for the refresher, cuz. So for the actual one, we'll change it. There they are. How are my boys doing? Locked and loaded for tonight, Dad. You guys read the script? Tonight, it's the Honest Bucks, that's us, versus the Higgy Boys. The Higgies are enjoying a major push as babyfaces right now. We're going to take them out. They'll do a reversal out of nowhere at the last minute. So, we got to lose tonight? Again? I hope you boys are okay with that. Of course we are, Dad. We're ready to serve North Country Wrestling. I'm proud of you, boys. The family business couldn't run without you. Man, how can you be so cool playing the jobber all the time, huh? It's worth it to help out the family and promotion. Besides, I don't mind losing when it's scripted. When it comes to a real match, I know I'm the best. Brink Logan better not get caught up in the snow globes cruise. We're the best, right, cuz? Exactly. All right, boys. Showtime. Just come on out when you're ready. Oh, I almost forgot. it would be a beauty if you two could take out Flars first with a 1-2 punch kind of deal. Sure, I could set him up with wet work, and then Stag could finish him off with his antler bomb. Perfect. That'll make Lars even more heroic when he does his comeback. I'll go let the Higgy boys know the update. Finally, some instructions I understand. Okay, let's do paparazzi, but blue fireworks. With it showing Muchacho Man there, I was like, I got all in that. So let's do expert execution, spotlight, and smoke. Yeah, that's more Brink. Some button presses down the line. And this will just start our battle with some extra hype. This is who we have to face tonight. You two don't stand a chance against the Higgy boys. Higgy boys, by the looks of you, I thought we'd change your names to the Hungry boys. Or I recognize that sweater. I saw your mom knitting it this morning after I left. Yeah, well, you guys certainly look cozy. I mean, I think that's the most heel one, because we want to go heel with Brink. I mean, saw your mom knitting it this morning after I left. Yeah. Oh, that gave us hype? Oh, hype at least. Enough talk, honest bucks. I've got a steamy cup of hot chocolate waiting for me, and I don't want it to get cold. Ja, let's make this a quick one, brother. So now we have dramatic moments, or special criteria that appear during boss battles and pivotal confrontations. Complete them to get special gear after the fight. Many times these are optional, but sometimes they are necessary to complete the match. So some of our scripted things is what we're putting into. So on the left there, we can see the dramatic moments. It's mandatory. So we're going to have to fatigue Flars, and then use Stag's Antler Bomb on Flars, and then attempt to pin Lars, but let him kick out. So first we got to fatigue Flars. So wet work. A low blow headshot deals high damage and a chance to cause fatigue. So Flars, that's him. Let's do it. Oh, got it. Okay. He's not fatigued yet. Let's see. So we have this move is a finisher and is even more effective if the target is fatigued. Buck some clappers with this one. Damages all enemies. So it's 16 AP. Let's do that. So that hits both of them. Cozy bomb. Oh, I'm so cozy. Nothing against the ropes. Snipe all 3 button presses for high damage and infliction of the motivated status. Let's do that.
I'm the expert of execution.
Oh, I hit A and X at the same time. Whoops. Let's just do a strike on him. Nice, he's getting there. Cozy bomb, that was -4 height as well, I saw. Okay. We're still decent height. Let's do another wet work on him, try to get him fatigued. The damage might fatigue him anyways. Nice, he's fatigued. Use Stag's Antler Bomb on Flars. Antler Bomb, Flars. There's no button presses on this one. Okay. Okay, and then attempt to pin Lars, but let him kick out. So we can pin Lars and get him out of the battle. Doesn't say anything about him. Oh, I missed it. So he's back in. Let's do another slap shot. That might put him back down. Nice. Because he can't do anything while he's down like that. Okay. I'm going to do a nothing personal on Lars.
One shot. That's all I need.
Nice, 3 A's in a row. Okay, he's demotivated. That means he can't do special moves. Or gimmicks, rather. Okay. Now we want to attempt to pin him, but let him kick out, which means miss. So let him kick out, and we have done all of our dramatic moments. So the fight will...
When the chips are down,
Stag, this is it. Remember to break your fall. Oh, yeah. And ring outs.
Good evening, ladies.
Oh my goodness, Lars has done it. But what a reversal. The He Boys have won. And we'll continue on to Snow Slam Mania. Unbelievable. Winner guns. Double level up for both of them. He's got a new gimmick that's a tag team power play. He got power play and Jewel Smash. Dude, you were awesome as always. So clean, so precise. It's no wonder why he call you the expert of execution. More like the expert of excretion, wouldn't you say, Flars? Yeah. Something certainly smelled tonight, and it wasn't my hot chocolate. You Matt Lickers sure do have a way of ruining a good mood, don't you? A good mood? Why would losing put you in a good mood? Because we did our job, Wolferbrains. All that matters is how we play our parts. Oh, I don't know. Winning is pretty important, right, Flars? Not that the two of you would know. Good point. Maybe one day we'll be talented enough that someone can hand us a scripted victory, too. You don't think we could beat you for real? Do you doubt the girth of our coziness? Anytime the Higgy Boys want to shoot, just say the word, and we'll show you what real wrestling is like.
All right, boys.
All right, boys. Great job in there, you Slam Junkies. The crowd loved it. This will be our best Snow Slam Mania yet. Yeah, especially when the Higgy Boys win it all. Come on, Flars. Brink, Stag, you guys never cease to amaze me. You're the backbone of this organization, maybe even the whole sport. Man, for being the backbone, it sure does feel like we get that's enough. Let's go hit the hay, which in your case may be literal. Hey, that's a misconception. Moose sleep on leaves. The humor in this game is top-notch sometimes. Go home. It's at the top of town. And we're running and we're running. Pond Fort. Still, I don't think there's really like, it doesn't really slow you down if you're not walking on the path. Logan's house. Big old house. Those He Boys really get to me. Such baby faces in the ring, but they're total jag-offs out of it. big old house. Someday. Someday. Oh, he has a Macho Man poster too. I just know that if I put my time in, pay my dues, and earn my stripes, greatness will come my way. And when it does, I'll put it in a submission leg lock. Go to buy. Oh, we're back at Muchacho Man. And here, we're going to, real quick. And I'm not going to say, let's see. Not saving over my most recent one on my casual. We'll do slot 1 for our playthrough.